That's an afternoon probably best suited for skating in Central Park, but we're across the river, and we are in for a cold one at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. And we've got a good one in store between the Philadelphia Eagles and the New York Jets. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And a short pickup to about the 25. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Jones. Out to his left. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as good running gets him to about the 44. It was just 3rd down and short, but he bit off a little extra.
I would say way more than he could chew, but he chewed up all that yardage in a big way. And that, to me, that was a combination of offensive line, stacked defense, and they handled it. Okay, they got the leverage, they got the blocking angles, and opened up a nice crease. And once you get past that first wave, there's room to roam.
And that's just the 3rd play from scrimmage. They wanted to avoid that 3 and out. They did. First carry now for Justice Hill. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. They go play action here on 1st down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. And the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
On 1st down, they go with Mostert again. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Jones. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes.
And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot the last couple of games.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
And think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Come back, team. Come back, set, triple, set. Let's go.
To the air on first down. Here's Willis.
Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes.
So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it.
Let's go.
Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Willis to throw on second. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
They'll send the tight end in motion left.
On third down, it's Willis.
Got a man open. It's Tyler Higbee.
Finding room at midfield.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Now Willis on 1st and 10. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. The Jets at 5-9 on the year. And Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
Willis to throw once more.
Going up top for Kupp. And this is caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown.
His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year, number 6 overall. And the Jets are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas.
Yeah, a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield and giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, obviously searching for their first touchdown this game, partner. And that quick 3 and out, that's not going to achieve that at all. Give victory to the secondary there. They brought out tight coverage on that 3rd down snap.
Fielded just inside the 20. After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change, a quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
A throw over the middle, taken in, and he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40, before being taken down. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And he's got room. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Chandler. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
After watching that play result, it took me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and we asked him, so how you plan to move the ball against his defense?
He didn't really tip his hand, did he?
No, he didn't. I think it's because he really didn't have an answer. He wasn't quite sure how he was going to get it done, and that play showed us exactly why he was worried.
Yeah, this #1 defense, they can put that on their highlight reel. They have been able to stop the run all season long. Now they'll look to Willis to pass it here. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. 3rd down, it's Willis. Throw left side complete. That's Montgomery. And the Jets are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Back to throw, Willis. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Willis on the sneak.
And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Malik Willis
with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as his guys are able to extend their lead. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches, and the 2-point attempt is turned aside.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And some room to maneuver. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. That swung out to Mostert. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. On 2nd down, Mostert. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves them still needing 11 here on 3rd down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Once again, it's Mostert. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Blankenship's kick is good. And they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6. So the margin shrinks a bit as back-to-back drives here for them, end with field goals.
Yeah, we know no one's turning down 3, especially in the first half, but you've got to finish these drives in the end zone. That's got to be a priority. Nice to have a reliable kicker, but outside of his agent, you know you'd rather him kick 1-pointers instead of 3-pointers.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Play action. Willis. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Willis looking to throw it.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
4th down, so Jake Camarda is out there.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Second and 5 now. Jones open here, Adam Thielen. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Back to throw. Jones. They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Another try after the first down sack. Jones.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched his move for move and knocked it away.
And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on fourth down. So we've reached halftime here. Let's throw in a broadcaster cliche, shall we? Both teams looking for a gift on Christmas Eve. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
Second down throw coming by Willis. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
96 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw nearer to a 1,500-yard campaign.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw taken in by Hockenson here. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Throwing again on second down. Jones.
And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's third down.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Jones. And he's got it. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Now Jones throwing on 4th down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett.
And the Jets are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
but for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left.
Here's Willis now off the play fake.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. And now off to the races down the right side. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. A very short field to work with now. First and goal after the great punt return.
Mostert.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Again, it's Mostert, but he will go backwards as he's stopped for a loss.
Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter. And now can they reverse the trend on third and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown.
T.J. Hockenson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They'll send the big tight end in motion right. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
41 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. He's got Cooper Kupp on.
And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Wait a second, they declined the penalty?
I'm as puzzled as you are, partner. I don't understand how anytime you lose possession of the ball, yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession back. Now let's make this simple. Anyone who plays the game, take the football. Always take the football.
From the 44, Jones. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. On 2nd and 9, Jones. Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. Throwing, Jones. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. The Eagles send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Willis will look to throw on 1st down. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Well, now they'll try the end around. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. A run with Mostert up the middle. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. Here's Mostert. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll run with Mostert. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Eagles have taken a 4th quarter lead. And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game. And the Jets have got it. The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
It's a play fake. Here's Willis. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Over the middle and complete to the tight end, Higbee. And they'll get this down to the 10. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Ready.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd down and goal. Willis throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there.
With his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead.
Shot 50, shot 50.
Willis will try and throw for this.
And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they up their lead to 3. And boy, figure this one out. Leading here in the 4th. And now they're going to try an onside kick. And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Now Jones. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Running the counter with Mostert.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Understand he's just down one possession, trying to make something happen by extending the play, but the coverage downfield was excellent. He escaped and bought some time, but that one goes incomplete.
On 3rd down, here comes Mostert.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Whistles and a timeout at the 2:05 mark. So this defense wanting to get one more pause in before the 2-minute warning, and they do just that. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Jets are going to get the football back. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.
71 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
They've got 2nd and 12 from the 36. Willis, he'll look to throw it. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get 1st downs and eat away at the clock.
Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's the Jets punter now as he's on to kick it away. And this will be touched by a member of the kicking team inside the 20, and it's at the 17-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that fourth down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
Now Jones.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
They'll try it now with Mostert. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And it would appear the Jets are going to win this football game. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time, second and goal. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ballgame.
And this is very unusual because you